Hello, it's Caroline again, Caroline Rowling, for another Meet One of our lovely tappers who is taking part in our awesome, and it is awesome, EFT Weight Loss Programme. So I want to introduce you to Emma Sharp. Now, I met Emma, quite a few years ago now, wasn't it, Emma? I can't remember how long ago. Was it 2012, maybe?
Yes, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, long time ago now.
Emma is qualified as an EFT practitioner, which is adding to her already immense skills that she has, and works from Wellington in Telford, but works online and is going to see people here in where I'm based as well. So it's lovely to share that with her. But Emma, I really wanted to talk to you and share your experience of the EFT weight loss program. It's a little bit different to most weight loss things. And I just wondered first, really, have you ever done anything else? I mean, ever is a long time, isn't it? But have you ever done anything else to try and lose weight, or maybe successfully lose weight in the past?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it feels as though I've been on a diet since I was about 13 years old, which is when I first started putting weight on. And over the years, I feel as though I have tried pretty much every diet going. I've been to various different slimming clubs. I've done lots of online things. I've done some rather obscure diet eating plans and some more sort of usual ones. I've joined various gyms, and over the years I've had sort of varying amounts of success with it, really. I tend to be pretty good at losing weight, but then unfortunately seem to be even better at putting it back on. And what's happened over the years is as I've put weight back on again, I've always put that little bit more on. So actually at the moment, sort of this past year or two, I'm actually the biggest that I've ever been, which, considering that I've spent all of my adult life attempting to lose weight, is, really, really disconcerting and really, really difficult to know what to do next about it, really.
Yeah, sure. So with that next, what was it that made that deciding point? I'm going to give this a go. This is because I know you already know EFT. Drew you to think,
I realised probably about a year or so ago, I realised that my personal weight loss journey it had become so much more than about the food that I put in my mouth. And I realised that despite, incredible efforts from myself over the years, that I just wasn't really getting any lasting results. And I realised that there was a real emotional element to me holding on to this weight, which I hadn't really, with all my previous efforts, I hadn't really faced up to before. It had always been about calories in, calories out. And I realised that it was so much more than that. So that's when, obviously, already sort of knowing how wonderful EFT is and how effective it is, I thought, well, this has got to be worth a try, because this will be the thing that hopefully shifts the real sort of stuck emotional energy around, like I say, me holding on to this weight.
Yeah, thank you. It's interesting, isn't it? And I know when we've been tapping, we've only had 2 sessions so far, so we're only just slightly, just a week really into our program, so it's early days. But we've already, a lot of what we've been tapping on is that resistance, that underlying stuff that is saying, no, I'm going to hold on to this. I might let some of it go, but I'm going to hold on to this, and you're not going to tell me otherwise. And we all have it, don't we, to varying degrees, about something that when Noreen talked about, she was talking about it like it being her friend. That food in some way was her friend, but it wasn't a very kind friend, because then you gained the weight. So considering it's only been just a week really into this programme, and that we've had 2 group sessions, and I don't think you said you've not yet had the opportunity to have the one-to-one with anyone. Has there been anything, or have you noticed anything that has already come up for you that says, okay, I think maybe I'm beginning to get to what it is that's underlying all of this? You don't have to share it, but
no, absolutely. I had a bit of a sort of aha moment in the group tapping this morning, and actually the one what sort of what came up for me was that I was perhaps looking at the underlying reason for carrying weight from the opposite way. So let me try and explain that a bit more succinctly. I've always thought that it's been a way of kind of hiding myself away, and sort of hiding behind this layer of fat. What actually came up for me today is that actually rather than that, it's more a way of me being seen, so that actually sort of the bigger I am, the more perhaps likely I am to get the attention that I'm perhaps craving, which has been quite profound for me, because for years I've believed it's about that kind of wanting to shrink within myself, so to kind of get to that literally within 15 minutes of us tapping this morning is it's huge. I feel as though it's a real breakthrough, and really something that I can now go on and work with, and could be really, really important in this weight loss journey.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? Well, thank you very much for sharing that. It's going to be really interesting to see how things develop. I mean, I know the programme's only 8 weeks, and we're not expecting everyone to shrink down to their goal weight or size within that time, but it's perhaps enough time to begin changing habits and start getting to and looking at what it is we need to work on. And then we can all carry on doing that afterwards, and carry on and be successful in what we're doing. And then it's about maintaining that, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I agree with you totally. It's from an EFT point of view, but not just that, but it's that understanding, isn't it? Okay, so I've been dieting, and I've gone for one thing, I've tried this, but then I've always put it back on again. So there's got to be something else, isn't it? And it does seem from research that was done using EFT with weight loss that worked really well, with some excellent results, that it just shows that it's those emotional root cause. And if you can deal with that, of course you need to eat well and you need to exercise, but there isn't all that stuff that's getting in the way of you going and doing it and keeping doing it, and being healthy. So
yeah, definitely. And sort of knowing the knowing the sheer frustration and hopelessness when I've ended up heavier than after this massive effort to lose weight. It's something that I kind of feel as though I'm using myself as a guinea pig, as approaching it from like an EFT point of view, and that I'm really confident that this is something that can massively help me. And once I've been able to kind of prove that to myself more than to sort of anybody else, I'd love to be able to then go on and help other people in a similar way, because I understand that frustration, and I know that I'm not alone in that feeling. There's the fact that the weight loss industry is such a billion-pound industry shows just how willing people are to spend money on getting the results that they so desperately want. And and it's hard kind of spending that money and putting that emotional investment into something, and all that time and that effort, to just end up feeling as though you're sort of not even back at square one, but sort of further back than square one. So to be able to like I say, to sort of use myself as that guinea pig, and then once I've achieved the results that I want to achieve for myself, actually be able to go on and help people who've had similar struggles to myself, would just feel like a real good use of time.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm going to look forward to that day, because I'm sure that it will. We've all made this commitment, the small group that we are, and being honest about it. So, you know, if it doesn't work for some of us, then that's what we're going to say as well, and why, and the reasons why. So,
Yeah.
but I have a feeling it's going to be an interesting journey, and a very positive one. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the story unfolds for you, Emma, and for all of us. And just want to thank you again for taking this time to come and share a little bit about your story. And it's going to be great to see those after pictures as well as the before ones as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I say bye for now. Okay.
Thanks, Caroline.